Hey, everyone. It's your girl, Hennither Bianca Gantz. I hope you all are doing well. Listen, if this is your first time watching me, this is a video dedicated to my HRpreneurs. Yes, those individuals that are wearing the capes by day and taking it off by night, that are saving companies, that are saving employees, doing what you gotta do out here in these streets. Listen, if you have ever wanted to know how to turn your HR skills into a profitable business, I am your girl. So today I wanted to just chat with you all. I like to share videos as I continue living. As soon as I think I know something, I realize that I don't. I'm always continuously trying to learn. So again, this is for my HRpreneurs, but truly, if you're in business, I think that this is going to bless your socks off as well anyway. So let me share with you all a recent experience and some moments or some nuggets rather that I am learning from it. Okay. And again, I'm hoping that this is going to help those of you that are already in your HR consulting business. Okay. So here's the topic I really want to talk about is don't sacrifice your excellence, right? Don't sacrifice your excellence. So it's important. One of the things that I teach in my course is that very first thing that we have to talk about is that you have to know why. Like you have to know why you are starting your HR consulting business. The reason why it's important for you to identify your why, for you to know why you have started, is because you will come across situations and circumstances, i.e., and difficult clients that will make you just really vexed, right? Old school word for any of my foreigners in the house. We use vex. Right? That's gonna make you really upset. And if you're not grounded as to why you are doing this, your IQ level is gonna be very, very, very high. And by IQ level, I mean I quit level. You're gonna want to quit. And listen, I think for real, I think I quit more now being in business full time than when I used to work a full time job. I, I probably quit at least a few times a month. I quit and then I hire myself back. Okay, judge me later. But here's what I want to share with you, right? Is that when you are pursuing destiny, when you are pursuing what you've been called to do, challenges will come and you have to be anchored in what you've been called to so you don't get distracted by the temporary emotions. You don't want to make long-term decisions based off of temporary emotions. It's just not conducive for anybody's success. There's no successful person that says, "Oh, I was I was sad one moment, so I decided not to do what I was called to do." I don't know nobody like that. I don't know how to spell but I don't know nobody like that. So when you know your reason why, it's easier for you to anchor. Okay. So there have been some situations, my goodness, I tell you what's been some situations that's been happening with your girl. Okay. Um, and it's interesting because the circumstances that have come out of some of the most difficult times is through expansion. It's when expansion is near or at literally my fingertips, right? So when you're expanding, what tends to happen is that you tend to go beyond your capacity, right? Because it's like, man, this is expansion time. This is, I'm growing. I got to do it. I got to do it, especially when customers come knocking at your door. Anybody ever heard of growing pains, right? And you're like, oh my gosh, yes, it's happening. It's finally happening. It's finally happened. I want to let you know, though, that as you grow, as you expand, especially in your HR consulting company, you want to be mindful to not sacrifice your excellence when you are expanding your territory. Do not sacrifice your quality of work just because you are expanding. Now, there's a little bit of that comes with growing pains, but you have to really be in a position. Again, knowing your reason why is so important, because when you know that you are at your capacity, it is at that moment where you have to clearly communicate to say, hey, you know what? I'm not going to get frustrated, because what happens is when we start taking on too much, We start to get frustrated at the wrong things. We start to yell at the kids. We start to yell at the husbands and the wives. We start to get mad at the boss. But no, ain't nobody. Listen, you decided to work full time and to have three different clients. And while you have all of these other different things, I'm not saying it's not doable, but you have to keep things in perspective. What is your reason why? Is your reason why to be stressed out and to be burned out? If that isn't your reason why, you need to take a step back, because you don't want to start sacrificing your excellence, especially when you know that you've been called to this. Now, I've been in this predicament many a times, many a times, because thinking things like, oh, I'm the only one that can do it, or I don't want to turn away money, I don't want to turn away business, this is my opportunity, this is what I want, blah, 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 blah. But reputation, I'm telling you, there's a scripture in Proverbs that says that, your reputation is better than silver and gold. And it's taken me some time to recognize the importance of that. But I want to encourage you also, you don't go down the same path. Do not sacrifice your excellence when you are expanding your territory. When you're expanding your territory, especially in the world of HR consulting, it is exciting. It is exciting, okay? Because you're getting things from the north, the south, the east, and the west. Everything you started declaring is coming. It feels like it is just coming, right? But you want to know your limit, and you want to turn the rest away. Now, I'm not saying to turn away no money now, but what I'm hoping is that you start to implement systems so that way your business can start running like a machine with or without you. I hope that you have built your network so that way you can start expanding with other HR consultants, so that way when it gets to be your limit, you can delegate, you can collaborate, you can reassign, or you can simply say, no, not right now. There is no harm in that. I remember there was a period of time, because you all know we got started out offering resumes, where we were just so booked. My husband and I were so booked. We just couldn't do it. And we literally had to put, people were calling, and we literally had to say, we're not taking any new resume clients for the next 2 months. Literally, we had to do that. And some people waited, some people went elsewhere, and they went elsewhere, they still came back. So it's about, because we're like, hey, listen, we don't want to compromise our excellence. So again, I've been coaching a lot of other HR consultants, and that's one of the things that we tend to do, especially in our early stages. We feel like we can't say no. Listen, if you are in HR, more than likely, and you watch me and you follow me, I know my people, I know my tribe. We usually are innate people pleasers. We aim to please. Most of us, we aim to please. We are in the people business. We want to make them not necessarily happy, but we want to see a successful outcome, especially in transformation, right? So because of that, we have to be very mindful about what we say yes to and what we say no to make sure that we are in alignment with the clients that we want to serve, which again is the reason why you have to know your reason why. If you don't know your reason why, you will start accepting anything that comes your way. I used to say yes to every type of client. I sure did. I was like, oh shucks, you want? Yep, we could do that. Yep, we could do that. Yep, we could do that. And one of one of the biggest blessings I can remember, even most recently, there was somebody who we used to work with, actually our prior intern, and she's now in HR and doing her thing. And she's like, hey, we had this talent acquisition request and so on and so forth, but they were in an industry that we don't work in, so we turned it down. And we didn't know anybody else who worked in that industry, so we turned it down. And the money was great, they were willing to offer, go out above and beyond, but I didn't want to compromise our excellence, right? And we've already made a decision as to what industries we are serving, so we can be excellent in that space. So again, I hope that this encourages you, especially for those of you that are expanding your territory. Your HR consulting company is growing, you are booming, people are coming after you. Listen, this is one of the greatest times to be in HR. People, they want you. The jobs want you. The companies want you. The employees want you. Everybody wants you. Now, you might have a bad rep. I don't know what you're going to do about that, right? Because they don't know that they need you until they need you. Hello, somebody. That's another story for another day. But I feel like this is a great time to be in HR and into HR consulting. So with that being said, as you continue to grow, as you continue to expand, if I can assist you in any capacity along your journey, you want to check out kingdomhr.biz. I would love to have a strategy session with you, a VIP day, or feel free to join one of our upcoming courses. You can go to kingdomhr.biz, check out the link below, and or you can email our team just to ask maybe some questions that you might have, and hopefully I can be able to help. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Until next time, don't forget to command your day.